the AI works with the dating
with
app.
dating.
Yeah. It's like, oh crap, I said something real stupid. Help me out, bro. I assume that's how that's gonna work.
Not like
Nothing at all.
it's
No input on this at all. What do you think about that?
what if the person that you're talking to ends up falling in love with your AI and not you? Like, do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how that makes no sense to me.
Welcome to today's Buzzcast. And in today's episode, we're talking AIs. It's everywhere. There's nowhere in the YouTube or anywhere really on Google, YouTube, anywhere you can look up. AI is everywhere. It's making art, it's making music, it's fucking everywhere. But it's now on dating apps. It's like Terminator trying to hit on you. That's the way I'm thinking it. More on this, but first, the theme song. So, as I was mentioning, we're going to be talking about some AI stuff. But before we get into the very awkward, automated one liners, one punchers, whatever those things are called, I've been out of the dating world for a very long time. But speaking of dating, let me introduce my guest, and which is my beautiful wife here.
Hello.
We are here to talk about AIs taking over uh, dating apps. So basically, it is what it is. It's like these apps. Well, of course, humans use it to find a date or a one night stand or whatever the case is. Or
Whatever you're
whatever
looking
case.
for.
We're not here to judge. You know.
Okay, but explain this to me because I'm literally like they're not dating the
No,
like you know what I mean?
no, just like the AIs now that they're being used as tools,
To
um,
find your partner.
whether to look for a partner and or to I don't know, maybe make up a really a very attractive pickup line.
I'm just so confused. Like the AIs are doing the talking for you. Like
Well, that's the only
how?
way that I can see that happening because it's like you can speak to an AI now, right? Because I
Mm-hmm.
like as you know, I use Chat GBT not to cheat, but to like push my ideas whenever having like some sort of mental block or an idea that just doesn't seem to work. So I put it in, and it gives me an idea, and I go, oh, okay. So I add my touch, a human touch to it, my ideas to it, like me
Yeah.
to it, and that's how I use it. So I'm assuming that's how the the AI works with the dating
With
app.
dating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh crap, I said something real stupid. Help me out, bro. Kind of like that. I assume that's how that's gonna work.
Not like I have no idea.
Nothing at all.
It's
No input on this at all. What do you think about that?
what if the person that you're talking to ends up falling in love with your AI and not you? Like, do you get me?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how that makes no sense to me.
Okay, I'll use an example. Remember, I'm not gonna put out names, but this one time I helped a certain friend
Yeah.
hook up with someone else, and now they have kids now. It's kind of like that. I was the middleman. AI would technically, I assume that's how the AI would work. It would be the middleman to speak what you can't say, or to be able to, just to continue a conversation or an awkward conversation or
Okay,
something like
but
that.
if you need AI help, like why can't you just whatever happened to just being yourself?
It's the robot revolution, man.
But it's because like I can't really like I don't know what my opinion on it is because I mean obviously we have been way out of the dating game for
Yeah.
a very long time.
Like how long? Like 18 years, 17 years?
17 going on 18.
Going on 18. That was right.
Yeah. So like I mean I wouldn't know because I assume dating as an adult is different.
Well, according to our single friends, it's very, very hard to date now.
Well, we I mean I was 14 years old when we started dating, so I mean, you were what, 17? So I know nothing about dating.
It's like we're the well, I guess you could say we're the pioneers, I guess, because I mean we've been through it, but that was like, man, we were very young, very very young. So as far as our input when it comes to the actual dating, I mean,
It's like our first date was in the cafeteria. I don't
yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, there was no AIs at the time. This was back in what year was this? 2016, 15?
what? No.
How long? How far am I going? I'm bad at math.
You're like May was born 2017. You're
Oh
like
shit, that's right. Yeah,
2016. No,
terribly sorry.
this is like what?
Terribly sorry, folks. Terribly sorry.
I want to say like 2005, six. Maybe.
Shit,
We should do the math.
we are not that old, are we?
I mean, you're from the 80s.
What an ass. But anyways, yeah, that's what's going on right nowadays. I mean, like I mentioned, AI is such a huge thing. It's such a popular thing. It's such a helpful tool. Like I said, it's helpful for when I use it. I mentioned this in I think in a past podcast where again I use it whenever I'm stuck, whenever I'm having some sort of writer's block, or when I have an idea that I'm like, oh, it sounds good. It sounds like it'll work, but it needs this. I'll type it in there. It'll give me feedback. I'll work with it, and then I'll continue on with that. So again, that's kind of what I think AI in dating apps or in the dating world would work.
I mean, I've never used an AI before, so I, I
You
literally have no clue. Like, I have no
you've never
clue.
even
It just
played with
makes.
the one that generates pictures?
Well, yeah, but that's different. It's not like talking to you. It's just editing a
No, but
picture.
it's kind of like you punch in what you want it to do because it's like, oh, I got this idea.
So is that how it would work in the dating? Because you're inputting like all your information, and then it's going through the system to find
Yeah,
somebody that
exactly,
matches with you.
exactly.
Oh, because like the way you were talking about the Terminator thing and all that, I was literally
Oh.
imagining an AI. Like,
I
hello,
use a
let me help
Terminator reference
you.
because I mean, come on. There's that one very popular meme. I love it so much right now. It's the one of John Connor on the motorcycle, and it goes John Connor looking at you making friends with AIs, because it's
Yeah.
that movie. Like,
Okay, but I think I get it now. Like you're not the AI isn't really talking for you. It's just helping you find a match essentially.
yeah,
So then I guess that I get it. Okay, I get it.
you get it now.
Yeah.
Someone got a little lost.
It's 'cause I don't know what I was imagining. There's so many different things out there. Just like,
It's okay. Now
I was
my
imagining a robot, like dating a robot.
there was actually, I think I might have shared to you. There was an actual video where they got like I think it was like about 6 to 8 dudes. A couple of them were like big YouTubers. Oh no, sorry, they were all YouTubers, and it was happening in this other guy's YouTube channel, and he actually hired an actual AI robot. She had a name. It was a female robot. She had a name, and he lined all the guys up, and they went through like this whole thing to see which one the AI robot liked the most, and ended up picking the most randomest guy. Like he's wearing like a suit, like a tuxedo suit, but not like nice slim fit. Like no, he was wearing some sort of like inflatable thing underneath it, so he looked like fucking I don't even know how to put it, but he looked huge, and then his little tiny head, big ass glasses, and a mushroom haircut and a mustache. She ended up choosing him because he was the most intriguing. He was the most interesting. He was also the very most polite one. And even though
So
he looked the way that he looked,
the
it
AI
still
picked him.
it still liked him.
But
The process of elimination
I just
of this AI was the most interesting part for me, because it's like there were some dudes, there were some good looking guys in there, but it went with that dude. Like it went like I can admit whenever some guy looks better than me, I will admit it. And the fact that this AI robot was like, you were the one, I was like, okay.
because it's going based on personality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Not so much on popularity, because like I said, these guys were like, they were like big YouTubers, and it's an AI, so it was able to search him up in her head,
man,
like what they did.
again, I don't know much about AIs.
Okay, so just picture a robot, right?
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, like literally, like that scenario I just gave you. It's literally like a robot just sitting down, and you can have a conversation and talk about anything with it. And put it to you this way: if you had an AI robot sitting in front of you, what would you ask it?
Nothing. I'd run away from it. This gives.
Haven't you seen Terminator? It goes right back to
I would just,
I destroy it.
like they have the Snapchat, right? It's on Snapchat, right? The virtual. I haven't used Snapchat in a long time, but they had that virtual AI friend thing, right? And you can talk to it.
Oh, I know where you're going with this one. That conversation with the uh well, I forgot.
The location stuff. You know
Yes,
what I
yes,
mean?
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I didn't want to use that. That's just that's scary.
I'm scared of that.
Well, yeah, like I don't know.
So you mean to tell me you would not ask this AI nothing? Like top of your head right now.
I mean, I have Siri and I don't ask her anything.
I've had AI and she's kind of annoying.
Listening.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Siri.
Uh uh one of the YouTubers that was involved in that whole process elimination. It was like a dating kind of scenario thing. One of the guys was I think his name was like Travis. He's like this big comedian. He's on YouTube, and he was throwing jokes left and right. He wouldn't even let the AI talk. The AI would also react, so she would be like making that face as he was saying jokes,
Like,
because
I'm not gonna pick you.
yeah, basically. And he was throwing out like the joke, like, oh, Siri, that's my ex, and I don't know what. And she just kept this face, like even the AI was showing like, fuck, this dude's annoying.
I don't know. Well, in that case, I trust her. I would have eliminated him too.
See, there you go. So I think that's how AI in this dating app would work, except it's not a robot.
Finding somebody that matches your personality.
Yeah, but then at the same time, well, technical difficulties there for a second. At the same time, it already had AI, if you think about it, because it will compute with whatever information you would put it in.
And it
So
would
technically
give you-
speaking, it already had AI. So what would
I don't know. I
what would a
have to-
much more smarter artificial intelligence do in something that would already process?
What's the name of that one where you swipe?
Um, Tinder. Tinder, right?
Doesn't that one just give you local like singles in your area?
See, but now that we're talking about it now, I think that there never was AI. It would bullshit you when it would say, "Oh, we match you with this and so by this."
No, I think it was just going based on what you input. So if you're like, oh, I like sports, then it was just like sports. You get me?
Oh, I've never used the app, but I assume like you have
I
to
think
go
that's
through
what
like
it
a
worked out.
process.
Yeah, you
Like,
have to answer
oh,
questions.
like
and
yeah,
stuff,
like
right?
it gives you like check mark what you're into, blah 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 blah. So it would actually,
We should make an account.
an experiment. Just
We'll
experiment.
put Obi's picture on it. Just
Wow. Hey, leave it in the comments. Is there a dating app for dogs? Is there?
I mean, I know some people I've seen it on Facebook where like, oh, anybody want to have puppies with my dog? There's a stud fee or something.
What is it called again?
A stud fee, like where you
Stud.
lend them your dog so they can have puppies.
So you can whore your dog.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that to my dog. I just want to see if there's like a questionnaire that you have to fill out or something.
I mean, our
Remember, we
dog,
should
our
just
dog is not
ask.
that bad looking. Just saying.
Oh no, he's a labradoodle.
But yeah, dating apps for dogs. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Put in the comments if there is. I mean, not that I would probably use it, but I just want a yes or no. I just want a yes or no to that. But as far as the whole AI thing, as I was saying, I'm starting to think that there was never any AI involved since the beginning. I think it would just go by your picture.
No, I would go by because I mean I've never had one of those either.
Yeah,
But I've seen
that's the problem. We never used it.
But our like some of our friends have, and I've seen like the or I've seen
Comments
you've seen on
down below if
TV,
you have used it, please.
and you see like where it's like, oh, what you're into, like the outdoors, hiking, fishing, things like
Mhm.
that. So I assume it goes based on like keywords that you use, and it matches you with somebody with similar keywords.
So that's what I'm saying. What is the difference between
The
AI
is
now
more,
and the what it did before?
because the AI, I feel like it would be a little bit more. It would go more into depth with how you are because it actually talks to you, like you actually talk to it.
Maybe.
Like it would be more
Yeah.
personal, like your personality
Yeah.
more than just what you input.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because again, this is coming from people who have not dated in a very long time.
Just like, maybe this isn't the topic for us.
Maybe this wasn't the right topic for us, but interesting nonetheless. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how would you go about it? Like if you were single, how would you go about it?
How would I go about what?
Like this whole dating thing. Would you use the dating apps, or
No.
would you just go the old fashioned way?
The old fashioned way.
The correct answer is no. I wouldn't date.
Oh my god. We're doing hypotheticals. Jeez.
Gotcha. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But
Because I don't know. Like I mean, I would like to think I would have just not used that, but at the same time, I wouldn't know because I don't know.
we're not sure. We're not sure. But I mean, AI is pretty cool though. AI is pretty cool. Just Terminator and all those movie traumas aside, it's pretty cool. I mean, what it can do on those picture generators, like I was saying, on one of the apps that I use, that I personally use almost for everything now. It has a little option to use AI, and you can just put I want it. There's even categories too.
Oh yeah. Like on TikTok where you put pink background, blah blah blah, Barbie, whatever. You know what I mean? Then it makes it look like that.
It's on TikTok too now.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the filters?
The filters. I'm talking about the filters.
Well, technically speaking, yeah, that kind of is AI generated too. I think they just put AI on everything now. Like even like we already had it, but now that this whole
because it's artificial intelligence,
so it's not really smart.
Yes. I don't know. Me and technology just
You and technology, what?
I just no, it's too complicated.
It's too complicated. But that's the thing with AI, it doesn't have to be complicated. Because it just does everything for you now.
So it's an easy way out.
Basically.
I need an AI
For life.
for. I was gonna say for the kitchen, like for cooking and stuff.
It could whip up recipes for you.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I like to cook. So
In fact, we'll try it on later. We can punch in like something like like let's say like we just got some chicken, put in chicken, what I can do with chicken and so, and it would just whip up a recipe using only whatever you just punch in.
So it's like just using Google.
Essentially, but well, I don't know. Hmm.
That's what I do
Hmm.
in Google. Give me chicken recipes, and then I just go
How do
do
you
it.
think I make anything?
Yeah, pretty much. Why do you think we try so many new things all the time?
That is true. She's a very good cook. I guess thanks to Google. Thanks to Google, I guess. No, but seriously, like she does make good food.
I get bored of making the same things, so I just
And now imagine AI in the kitchen, like I'm talking like remember that old movie in Disney? What was it called? Smart House.
oh, I want one of those.
Ah, dude, I that's like distant future shit in AI.
Now I'll cook it. I just like, can you clean it?
Like Smart House does
Yeah,
it.
because I don't have a problem with the cooking and all that. I love that. It just I hate the cleanup afterwards.
It's just extra work, like unnecessary work, I guess.
I wish there was disposable pots and pans.
uh,
That would be cool. You
yeah,
know, get with it. I said we have AIs, we have all this stuff, but we don't have disposable pots and pans.
that's true. That's true. But yeah, the whole what?
I don't
Wait, your disposable pots and pans?
I'm just
Are you thinking about it?
no.
I want in on this joke. What's so funny? Is it disposable pots and pans thing? Because it sounds a little funny, but it sounds very helpful. She's still laughing. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
No.
we'll come out. We'll come out like this then.
No, I don't know. Like I just thought it was funny that
What the pots and pan thing?
the pots and pans thing, the fact that we're talking about AIs and things.
No, because like I said, the Smart House movie.
Yeah,
I'm saying that could be a thing.
but then she also went into.
We'll probably be dead by then
But she
though.
also went into a scary mode. Remember?
That's true.
That's what I'm telling you.
Just like any like laptop or desktop or phone, anything can get into it, some sort of virus or anything, and make it go completely nuts.
We depend a lot on technology,
That is true.
and I think with all the new stuff that's coming out, I feel like our kids are gonna depend on it more than we did, just like we depend on it more than our parents did, and like it's just gonna.
But that's kind of what it's invented for, to make life easier. I mean, there's like,
Yeah, but
oh,
then when it
there's that
fails,
fridge that keeps count of what's in your fridge.
Yeah. But then when all that stuff starts failing, you start panicking. Like when the Wi-Fi goes out and May's like, "The Wi-Fi's not working," and it's like, "Well, damn, Catherine, let's go outside and play or something."
Well, to be fair, she's like, the TV's broken.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's not sure how Wi-Fi works
Yeah,
yet.
oh, she's little. She's small. But that's what I mean. Like, you get me?
Yeah,
Like like when she
too
discovered,
dependable on technologies.
yeah, like when she discovered calculators,
Yeah.
and her reaction to it was like, "Why the? Or is my teacher making me do this by hand when we have this technology?"
So you are saying to me that I could have finished this a lot faster
that was her reaction,
and not had to think?
That was her reaction. She was just like, "Then why are we like doing it on paper when we have this? Like we could just do this." And she sat there doing so much math that day.
I feel like I can be May's translator. Oh, May being our 6-year-old daughter. But yeah, I could be a pretty good translator. Like today, what did she say? No, it wasn't today. Oh, that she did something. I forgot how it went. You told me she did something.
She does a lot of things.
She does a lot of things. I totally just killed that completely. I'm so sorry.
For what thing?
Sorry, folks. You mentioned something today. Something about she said something, and it would. I honestly don't even remember. But what I'm trying to say is it went along with what the first thing we said.
Just
Me being the translator, because I translated very, very well for her.
Rewind your thoughts.
Nah, I'm not gonna remember.
But now I have to know.
A little off topic there. A little off topic.
Well, it's
but
because I mean, what can we say about the AI? I don't even know how it works.
It's just typing in some stuff, and does it for you. Basically, that's
It dates for you.
um.
It looks
Well,
for.
when you
It
when
finds a
you when you
match.
put it like that, it sounds a little fucked up. Does it go on the date with you too?
Because with an earpiece.
No, okay, okay, like, okay. Let's say we met in a dating app, right? We met in a dating app, and like, oh, here we go. Here's my phone. We met in a dating app. We're out on a date. Table in between us, having a cup of coffee, and we're talking. And like, oh, the weather's great, and laundry. Stupid. Give me a sec. Type in then to your phone. What should I say next? I fucked up. I said this.
Or you input everything you want, everything on the thing, and then you just place your phones, and then the phones start talking to each other. And if the date's a dud, you don't even have to say a word. You just go. You get
So,
me?
so you're saying that I would see you on a screen and you'd see me on a screen. Is that what you're saying?
No, no, no. Like the AIs would do the first date for you. Does that make sense? I guess we wouldn't even have to be there, really.
That's what I was saying. Like the AI is just being a wingman.
No, no, no. Like my AI and your AI would go on a date to find out if we were working out. Does that make sense?
That's just fucked. That's all sorts of fucked up. Like
So we wouldn't have to
it's like
waste our time. You know what I mean? The two AIs would just like be like, okay, like no, no, this isn't a match. Let me, go on a date with another one. And then they once two AIs then find each
it'll be
other.
like our phones would be out dating, and it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, my boy's a little off. He's been off his gang. I'm so like, how's your girl? Oh, she's a little irritated, but she comes
She
around every
means
now and again.
well.
Like literally, this is the phone talking to your phone like this.
That's why the phones would communicate. They would go on the first date, so then that
See,
way
that
when you
that
would go
that
on the
sounds like a
second,
skit idea to me.
I know, right? That'd be so funny.
Might be coming out soon, just for shits and gigs. Maybe
That's how I envision it.
just phones talking to each other.
Yeah, but like they'd be doing it virtually.
It'd be what?
They'd be doing it like on virtually. And then then your phone would come to you and be like, hey, the date was a dud. Try the next one.
What is dud?
Like how do I explain that? Like it didn't work out. I don't know.
See,
It wasn't
that
good.
you using that word makes me feel old.
Why? It's not an old word.
Well, what is dud?
Like
I've never heard it used like what. First of all, I don't think I've heard dud. Is it like short for something?
no, like it just doesn't like. I don't know how to explain it. How do I?
No, pues I don't know.
Like it didn't work out. It was
It
a
didn't work
dud.
out. So it's just like
it sucked basically.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm in. I get it. I'm wearing sunglasses, so I'm a little cool right now. Sort of. Maybe.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Well, obviously someone didn't see my video.
What video?
That is harsh.
I'm sorry. Have you met your daughters? They don't even give me a chance to use the bathroom by myself.
I'm kidding. But yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'm still kind of just like imagining going on a date with the Terminator.
Like literal Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, the robot.
Or like skinless.
Skinless. Yeah.
Skinless.
Skinless, yeah.
Wow. Because I wonder how Arnie's wife does it. Like I wonder how Arnie and his wife met.
Well, how they met, I don't know. But how they are now, I feel like she just has to make sure he's not a robot every day.
You think she does it like how he shows the what's his face, the guy in Terminator 2, where he literally like cuts his entire skin from his forearm and hand off?
Nah, I think she just kind of like randomly she'll like poke him with a needle and he'll start bleeding and be like, oh, okay, we're good.
No, because in part 2 when he did that,
that's right,
there was actual blood too, because it's all like human tissue, but underneath is the exoskeleton. So she's gonna have to cut real deep.
A magnet?
Magnets. A Terminator's only
Well,
weakness.
if it gets stuck, he's.
Oh man, that was good. That was I applause.
Now I'm just imagining like that whole movie with just somebody
Here,
with like a really heavy magnet. Just
there was an actual movie where they actually stopped some sort of robot. I don't remember what movie it was,
with
but they
magnets.
but they used one of those the ones that they used to lift cars at
Oh, like the like in that junkyard that was by
yeah yeah
that
yeah yeah
street that we used to pass by. Well, that we still pass by.
yeah.
It's not there
I
anymore, but
saw
you
a
know what I
movie
mean.
where they do that. I don't remember what movie it was, but they do that. But yeah, yeah. Terminator's weakness is a giant magnet,
Now,
small magnet, just or whatever.
now imagine me doing that to you with your thumb.
Oh,
You'd forever,
yeah.
forever be
The,
scared of you.
the story behind that: as a baby, I was shot with a BB gun, not a real gun, but a BB gun on this thumb actually. And there's still something in there because I can get a strong ass magnet and it'll literally stay on me. I wish I had one on me. I actually do have some over there, but I'm not gonna leave this table because like 0.02% Terminator. But yeah, dating Arnie must be pretty interesting.
Oh no, let's ask his wife.
Ask his wife. I like the whole. Oh, I don't know. Maybe she just pokes him every day just to make sure. No, I'm sorry. The magnet. The magnet one was the killer. That one was good.
I would just be slightly terrified.
Have you seen him lately?
No,
He still looks amazing for a guy his age.
how old is he?
I want to say like in his 60s, maybe close to 70s. He looks fucking good.
I don't know. I haven't not seen.
Imagine in the bedroom. Just imagine that. It's kind of like hearing a Doodle Bob on steroids.
I would be out of that room.
uh,
I'm just no. Thing.
get to the chopper.
But get to the.
Get, no, finish it. What?
Ah, no, it's dirty.
It's okay.
It's
Everyone's over 21 to watch this.
Are you sure?
It's okay.
Nah, I'm good.
YouTube knows. Oh man. By the way, for those of you who are not on the video podcast, let me know um what it is that you guys think about AIs and dating sites, dating Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How do we get to that topic? Oh,
Because
about
Terminators, AIs, Skynet, John Connor, Sarah Connor. What else? And they're the most important ones in that movie.
the guy, the liquid guy.
The T-1000.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the guy's actual name, the actor's name, but shout out to that guy. That guy was fucking amazing in that movie. But yeah, that's how we got to Terminator because that movie is the top movie to really like scare the shit out of us when it comes to the whole AI thing.
See, but that's the reason why whenever you mention AI, I literally imagine a robot. I can't imagine anything else but an actual robot.
I mean, essentially that's what it is, except
No, but I see it like the Terminator,
like physical.
Yeah, I see a robot. Do you know what I mean? Or like that weird. Who has that robot? That weird.
We know someone that has a robot.
Not well, I mean, they come. I don't know, somebody from Google. I have no idea. Somebody has a
We know
robot.
someone that works in Google. Oh, I think I
No,
do
no,
actually.
no. Like it comes out on social media a lot. That robot thing, and it's got like a human-looking face, but only a face.
I think that's the one I was just talking about.
What's its name? It has a name.
Is it a male or a female? Because the one I saw was a female, and I think there is only a female right now. I think, as far as what I've seen.
I read some article about it, but I don't know what.
Brain farts. You see that right there? Punch it in AI, and it would tell you, "Oh, it's me. My name is so."
No, it was something about some guy like, and he was talking to that robot thing, and the robot was like answering back and like talking about people and its feelings and things like that.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
So that's why I imagine that. Like I imagine that robots. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I mean, like I said, essentially
So
that's what it is.
when you first were like, "Oh, AI is in the dating thing," I literally imagined like a robot going on a date for you, with you.
I mean, that could possibly be a thing in the future, right next to a smart house.
Now, like somebody,
Shit, I can actually see AIs living in smart houses.
like somebody dating a robot.
Yeah,
How would you even date a robot?
I mean, there's those people who like have those realistic sex dolls, and it becomes a little too real,
If you get an
like a
AI,
little too crazy real. Now imagine that, but one that can actually talk and move.
what if it malfunctions? Like, I'm just, I just imagine something really dirty.
There you go.
I just imagined something I shouldn't have imagined, but I'm just.
Do tell, Barbie. Do tell. Share with the class. Share with the rest of us, Barbie.
I don't think the class wants to know.
Well,
The things that go on in my the things I think.
for the viewers and listeners out there, if you heard that, use your imagination. Use your imagination. Even though I pretty much set it up because, like I said, there's people who have like those realistic.
Yes, yeah,
sex
so I
dolls.
was thinking something like that, but like it moves because it's a robot, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So I don't.
Are we and this is actually looks kind of wrong. There we go. You know what? Either way we go, that's still gonna look wrong.
Okay, now imagine that, but it malfunctions.
Yeah,
And then
I
it just-
got you. I got you.
And then it just like,
It just ripped your dick off.
yeah, or like it's using its hand and it just
Just yanks your dick
nuts.
off.
Yeah, like what?
Malfunctioning
Malfunctions.
AIs.
But like the robot thing, what I'm
Yeah. Okay. Malfunctioning robot AI or AI robots. There. I think that's the correct way to say it. Don't get one.
or do. Who are we to tell you what to do?
If that's what you're into, but I mean,
To each their own.
yeah, to each their own. But if
Power to.
it malfunctions, that's all on you. That was your fault. You're basically investing in getting your junk completely broken, or ripped off, or turned off, or bitten off.
I mean, that's just a hypothetical. What are the odds? Yeah, maybe it has like a shut off button that you can hit. They can put one behind and it just like releases everything.
I think you know what? Now that I think about it, I think something like that already happened, except it was just a robotic arm, if I'm not mistaken.
But
Yeah.
that's why it should have like a button. Whoever's inventing these, just call me and I'll help you with the details. We have to add a button in the back of the ear or somewhere where it's accessible.
And no teeth. I mean,
rubber teeth.
rubber teeth. I mean, it's an AI. It doesn't even need teeth.
Well,
It talks to a speaker.
But if you want it to look like a person,
Or how about this? It will have detachable teeth. One gel, one not. Oh, why
gel.
we're getting a little too into into this one. We're inventing robot AI sex dolls here. Oh, that's great. This is great. This is the internet. This is the internet.
What are you talking about? These are like our everyday
Yeah,
conversations.
you're right. We just so happen to be recording this one
Yeah, we talk about a lot
for
of
your
things.
viewing and listening pleasure. So we'll, we will be launching these dolls pretty soon, guys. I will leave a link in the description so you can pre-order it. For 3,000 though. We need the money first.
You gotta take out a loan.
We
Work
take
out
a
the
take
kinks.
a loan.
Perhaps hire an engineer.
The FDA needs to approve it. Why the FDA? Because the teeth part, the teeth idea. It'll be perfect, guys. It'll be the girlfriend you don't even have to argue about having to go buy something. You don't even have to feed it.
Or boyfriend.
Or a boyfriend. Oh, that would be your department.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a poll and see. Like, never mind.
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
A poll, as
Like
in
a
like
poll on Facebook. No, like on Facebook, I'm gonna make a poll and like how many inches, how many people can vote.
like I said, the link to it will be in the description, so you guys can pre-order it. But once again, this idea is not going to happen anytime soon.
If they pre-order it, they prepay it, and then we use that money to.
Oh shit! Marketing genius right here. That's the type of shit that you don't expose them. But hey, for you guys, anything. I mean,
You
want to
edit that part out.
you want to know where your money's going to, anyways, right?
This is hypothetical. Right?
Oh man. So, you know what? I think that pretty much does it. AI's dating, AI's coming to life, AI's AI sex.
I can't. I just imagine a robot whenever somebody.
And that sounds
AI,
like, and that actually sounds like a really good app. AI sex. No,
Isn't there
an
such
AI
a
porno.
Thing? Isn't there such a thing where people put on like those glasses, those virtual reality glasses, and then they do that?
Actually, yeah, I think that you mentioned. I think there is. Yeah. So technically, they beat me to the punch, but
nah, because we got a real life robot. Theirs is they have to put on those glasses.
Essentially, you're humping air. Our idea.
What if we make the face a monitor and they can input whatever face they want on it? They download it. And then you can sell the faces.
Okay. Let me get this straight. Essentially, they would be doing Plankton's wife.
Kind of, but she would be more human-like. And then in the screen, they can download.
So there'll be boobs and butts and stuff.
Kind of like when you buy a song on iTunes, but they'd be buying like the face and maybe like some, like phrases from that person.
So it goes back to the phrases. That's how the AI app I think essentially works. But anyways, this is an interesting one.
My brain's just going on thinking of all sorts of things.
It's tinkering.
Yeah.
With AI tinkering. And AI's tinky. AI's tinkies.
My thinker's thinking of stinky things.
AI tinkies. Our next app that we will launch along with the AI robots. AI tinkies, AI sex, AI foreplay. All package deal.
Think-a-ma-doos.
Look at her thinking about it so hard.
I'm not very good at coming up with names. I just tell you what it is.
All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. before we give out way too many ideas and people start stealing them. Uh, anything you want to say? Anything you want to finish it off with?
My brain's still thinking. I don't want to think about this anymore, but I can't control it.
I've, we've tainted your brain with AI porno.
I have a lot of questions, and I don't know who to ask.
Oh, you go to AI.
Perfect.
I think that was a perfect way to finish that. And that's it for that podcast. Oh, dude, that was good. You know how this works, guys. If you're on the video podcast, thank you for tuning in and help support the audio podcast by heading to Spotify and follow the Boost and Show Buzzcast, the Buzzcast. It's kind of a tongue twister. Boost and Show Buzzcast, Boost and Show. Try saying that 5 times real fast.
Boost and Show Buzzcast. Boost and Show
No,
Buzzcast. Boost
no,
and Show
it's
Buzzcast. Boost and Show Buzzcast. Boost and Show Buzzcast.
just have AI do it. And if you want to keep supporting, guys, you can go ahead and head to buymeacoffee.com. You can buy your boy or my wife. You can buy us both a cold one. That's the one-time contribution, and if not, you can become a member as well, and you get behind-the-scenes photos and early releases. You get early releases of the podcast, actually. So if you want to be one of the first and have those awesome bragging rights that you like to have so much, you can become a member there and listen to us there, and or become a patron in Patreon/Booze and Chill, and there you get behind the scenes videos as well as photos and some fun stuff that I throw in there every now and then. Right now we got one where she actually tries that IPA blind test only on Patreon, and or you can go ahead and go to YouTube and watch the one that's in there. And there's also a giveaway, guys, for you listeners and viewers watching right now. You can still head there and follow the instructions. Giveaways happening live this coming Friday. Check that out. And that's it for that. Oh, and of course, follow all Boost and Show social medias: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And that is it for that, guys. Anything else you want to say?
I pretty much covered it all.
All right.
Should have let AI do it.
Ah, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. For you guys in the video podcast and or listening